Aloha, everyone. Welcome to Facebook Live with Mel Rapozo. Today is May 1st, Wednesday, May 1st. Man, we're already into May. Happy May Day, everybody. You remember May Day? May Day is Lay Day in Hawaii. Remember back when we were all growing up, every school celebrated May Day on May 1st, and all the schools did lays. Hey, aloha, Carol, Patsy. All right. Charlie Iona, Clayton, thank you. Alfred, Jacqueline, thank you for joining us this afternoon on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. A lot to talk about today, but I did want to say happy May Day to everyone. Hope you guys all had a great day. Wow. Karen, Melinda, Jody, Mildred, Lynn, Jimmy, Royden, wow, Marianne. I figured we'd have a lot of people on the session today. You notice the different surroundings here. Yeah, I moved my little studio into the office, and I've been into the bedroom where I got my AC running. So I hope y'all can hear me. Ebitos, Smiley, Marianne. All right, thank you guys. I hope you guys can hear me well. It's a little cooler now and less distractions. My technical assistant Patsy is in the living room. She's nearby in case I need some technical assistance. But really just wanted to touch bases. Welcome everybody. Sandy, my sister, aloha. Roland, Christian, thank you very much. Yeah, I was just reminiscing about, when we were little kids in elementary school, having to sew our own plumeria leis. We had to bring leis, we sew our leis, we wear the leis. And today when I talk to parents, they say, oh no, my kids' May Day is in 2 weeks. And I guess just goes to show how things are changing in our state and on our island. Hey, Uy, John, Janelle, thank you guys. So we're going to get right into it because I when I look at the list and we're going to talk about, I hope we can squeeze this in all in 1 hour. But I know a lot of you have been following the post today on Facebook regarding the Senate passing the bill to tax our illegal vacation rentals. Hey, Abraham, Tom, my father, Dad, Thomas, all the way from Seattle, and Garrett, thank you guys for being on. I guess it's a frustrating day, I guess. Just really affecting me because of what's going on up at the state level. We have been, and myself, hey, Kenny, for many, many years, well over a decade, I've been trying my best on the county council to really tighten up the vacation rental laws and really try to force our planning departments to go after the illegal vacation rentals. And they never did, they claimed they did, but we never really got the results. Hey, Belinda, Faith, and Michelle, thank you guys. Anyway, so yeah, the enforcement has been lacking. Sugar, aloha. But what happened today was really a travesty, at the state level. What started off as a pretty decent bill, which was SB 1292, the Senate Draft 2, and as you can see, this is a 20-page document, covered pretty much everything. It included the what they call platforms, the Airbnbs and the Expedias, and all these people renting out these illegal vacation rentals. But it put the onus on them to go and make sure that these vacation rental operators were in compliance with the county laws, the zoning laws, and the use laws. Hey, Kaleo, Gemma, and Jason, thank you. And hey, tell Alan I said hi too, sugar. Long time no see. So what was presented and what was discussed was actually not a bad bill. It would require these platforms, the Airbnbs and so forth, to not only collect taxes and forward the taxes to the state, but it would also require that these operators, before they can advertise on these platforms, be compliant with county law. Well, that in and of itself would have pretty much prohibited the illegals from advertising on these platforms. Hey, Patty. Aloha, Patty. Love you, girl. Hey, Bobby, Honey, Dexter, thank you guys. Jada, aloha. But what we ended up with was a bill, Senate Bill 1292, SD2 HD3, which is actually only 12 pages. The 8 pages got gutted, and what got gutted was all the references to the compliance with county law. So now, hey Janice, Jimmy and Nikki, aloha. So now the illegals are going to be allowed in the state's eyes. They'll be able to keep running as long as they pay their taxes. So they, even if they're illegal, they'll be able to advertise on Airbnb, Expedia, all the vacation rental websites throughout the world, as long as they pay their state TAT tax and a GET tax. So the counties, again, left in a very tough predicament. And I understand. Senator Kochi made it very clear that the enforcement is the county's responsibility, not the state. I understand that. And he's right, and we failed. He said we have done a poor job in the past, and he's right. Our planning department had never had the political will to go after these people. Hey, Chris, Wendy Lou, Chantel, and hey, Chantel, how's it going? And Renee, my cousin, aloha. So now we basically turn our cheek, let them operate as long as they pay their taxes. So frustrating day, because it's illegal. Hey, Damien, illegal. Now, the Senate is saying, well, you counties are going to still be able to enforce. But we don't get the record. See, the first draft, the 22-page or the 20-page document, required these platforms to submit reports to the counties of where are these and addresses. That's all gone. In fact, nothing is available to the counties as far as it relates to this bill. Eric, Mona, Sherry, aloha. So in essence, what's happened now is because the state, in their greed for money and their estimation that this is going to generate $43 million worth of taxes, which I find it hard to believe, but even if so, they chose the road to go down and collecting money from an illegal activity rather than going after these illegal vacation rentals and forcing them either to come in compliance, pay some hefty fines, or get out of the market. Open up these homes, increase our inventory. We all know, hey, Christy and Tony, we all know the impacts that these units have in our neighborhoods. We all know that. Not one person I know that lives in an area that has been infiltrated with these illegal vacation rentals are telling me, hey, no, it's a great thing. You should get some on your street. Well, we have them on our street in Wailua house lots. It ain't helping our street, let me tell you. Hey, Kelly, we got issues with homelessness increasing, loss of hotel jobs, increased poverty, all of these things. And all of this was just ignored because we need the money. Representative Tokioga said, I have concerns, but we need the money. Again, and I've said this numerous times, if we rely, and I said this in our campaign, if we rely on money, and if we use money as the driving factor for our decision making, we're going down the wrong road. We are going down the wrong road. You see, all of a sudden, the morals, your values go out the window because we need the money. Rather than taking a look internally and say, is our Department of Education really running as efficient as it could? Is our Department of any state department, name one, are we running as efficient as we should? And no, we don't do that, right? And what we do is we just say, hey, we'll just tax. We'll just add another tax. And we'll tax the people doing vacation rentals. Nobody likes vacation rentals. Well, that's fine. Tax the crap out of vacation rentals, but not the illegal ones. Not the illegal ones. You're saying that it's okay. And I don't care what anyone tells me. You pay state tax. The state knows that you're an illegal operation and they're collecting your taxes. It's going to be very difficult for the counties to go out and prosecute these cases when the state, what would you say? You say, you know what? Hey, I wasn't illegal enough for them to take my taxes. They knew. Everybody knew. Hey, Dave, Keone. Yeah, Robert, I mean, a lottery, they're bingo, whatever. The bottom line is this. Why are we so focused on raising revenue prior to thinking about cutting our spending, getting rid of programs that don't work, relying on technology. Hey, Maka Koa Alu. How you, bro? How's it going? How you going? Hey, Summer. So I guess that's my problem, Robert, is not so much where else can we tax or where else can we raise revenue. No, my point is let's reset the clock and figure out, let's cut our unnecessary expenses first. Let's start there. Let's look at our departments that are operating inefficiently. Let's start there. And at the end of the day, when we've made the necessary cuts, and then we determine what needs are what we need, then we can start looking at additional revenue sources. But we don't do that over here. It's automatically, let's just find another way we can tax. Find another way we can tax the people. Hey, Tori. And that is what frustrates me. And then they come with these creative sayings that justify what they're doing. Oh, it's not the state's responsibility, it's the county's responsibility to enforce. Again, you're not making it any easier. You take our TAT, you cap that, and you take from us. Yes, we appreciate what the state does for us, but what I'm saying is we have an opportunity here to assist the counties. And no, they are going to make it even more difficult for counties. This right here, I believe, is going to increase the number of illegal vacation rentals because it's a loophole. Their lawyers are saying, yeah, go now, because once the state starts taking your taxes, at least we have a defense if you get busted. Helene, Palin Napa, Jamie, thank you. So they say, well, we have all these programs, 13 or 14 programs that's going to get cut if we don't pass this bill. Who in the hell puts in programs without the funding to back it up? What kind of budgeting is that? Yeah, I'm talking about the state legislature. So they come up with all these programs, in the county. If you want to add a program, you better have the funding source available. If not, it don't go. So no, they add all the programs, and then to come back and say, well, if we don't pass this, the kids are going to suffer. Oh boy, go easy, cowboy. Go easy. You guys are taxing an illegal activity. That is wrong. Wrong. Richard Braxton, right on, you guys, right on. Doesn't it mean that they're accepting money from illegal means? Absolutely. Sorry, I'm missing some of your comments over here. Illegal vacation rentals equals less affordable housing. Absolutely. Yes, amen. Of course, it's not okay. Okay. They're illegal because they were built without a permit or because they're in violation of residential zoning. Absolutely. These things are in residential neighborhoods. When you move into a residential neighborhood, you expect your residents, your neighbors to be neighbors, not tourists. That's why we have hotels. That's why we have resorts. That's why we have legal vacation rentals. Hey, Millicent, Jay Kaulani, and Cheta, aloha. So frustrating, because I haven't seen much come out of this session that benefit we, the taxpayers. This is critical. I mean, this is serious. And again, they play their games. I watch on TV. One senator says, "Hey, because he's the chair, if you don't support my bill, I'm going to kill all your bills. So all your programs going to go away." That's not legislative action. It's extortion. That's not collaboration. It's pure extortion. So the squeaky wheel gets the grease and the people get the screw. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so angry, but I am, because I've seen this whole issue for many years. And this was an opportunity that, like I said, not the first draft, it was actually Senate draft 2, was awesome in the sense that it would have required all of those people making millions of dollars selling our vacation rentals or renting them out to make sure that these guys were legal. That was all taken out. There's absolutely no reference now. All of that, 8 pages were taken out. All that was all the reporting requirements, the compliance requirements, all gone. So the vacation rental lobby wins and the people lose. That's what happened today. So does it mean we can go directly after those who take this illegal fund and have them removed? At the end of the day, it comes down to us. We pick our legislators. We pick the state legislators, the representatives, and the senators. This is not, you cannot point the finger on any one person. This is a bunch of them. It was a 13-12 vote. It was very close. One vote. 12 senators, I believe it was 12 senators voted no. They held to their guns, but a lot of them switched. There were a bunch of them that was not going to support the bill just earlier in the week. And all of a sudden today, you know, the negotiations were made, the deals were made, and all of a sudden this gets passed by one vote. As a state administration, isn't it ethically wrong to do this? Something the state ethics, you know, I don't know. I posted in my Facebook today that, you know, if I knew you were committing a crime, if I knew you were doing illegal activity and I allowed it to happen, in fact, help you or facilitated it, I am part of that crime. But that doesn't work at the state level. Susie, Shane, Brady, Allison Villa, you guys, Joey Adric. So, you know, exactly, Marianne. Why? What's the residential zone area now? It means nothing. It means nothing because you can you go out and do a vacation rental and sell you $800, $900,000, $2,000 a night, whatever the heck you can get. Hey, Leo. So yes, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I think the people got screwed today. So, it's just frustrating. And again, as you read the bills, as I read right through entirely, page by page, line by line, and you see the original bill, or not the original, but the draft that went before the Senate that was eventually amended. They went from, it's like night and day. It was night and day. Hey, what's that? Kaike? Leo Rosa and Terrence Dabis. How you guys doing? Yeah, so when I see the work that was done to, in my opinion, take everything out that would help the county, and all they focused on was the registration of these platforms so that they can collect taxes for the state, making sure they pay their fees and making sure they pay their taxes, and get this, the original draft, it was a misdemeanor. In other words, punishable by jail if you violated the no. Well, they changed that too. Now it's a citation, civil fines, no criminal penalty. So you can see the lobby. The vacation rental lobby strong at the Capitol. What's the point of saving your hard-earned money to buy in a quiet neighborhood? Somebody got paid under the table. You know, again, I'm not going to go that far, but I will say that the lobby is strong and the influence is strong. For you to get that many senators change their positions in such a short period of time, very, very strong. How is it legal to make money off of illegal money? Good question, Jody. Good question. You and I be in jail if we try to do that. How can they define and find the illegal vacation rentals to tax them? Well, they're not going to. That's why they're doing this, Robert. What the state is doing is now they're putting it in the hands of Airbnb, Expedia, all of these organizations that are called platforms that are selling the vacation rental properties or renting them out. They're telling these guys, hey, you guys got to pay the state. We're not going to chase them. You guys know who they are. You're doing advertising for them. So now everyone that you advertise, you got to pay us tax. But you don't need to tell a county a thing. Leave the counties hanging on their own. And as these illegal vacation rentals pop up, because there's no requirement for these vacation rental operators to be legal. In other words, the first draft was they had to provide the registration or the certifications from the counties to Airbnb or to Expedia. They had to prove that they were legal in the county. That was in the original draft, which is great. That is gone. So now you wanna advertise through Expedia with your illegal vacation rental, not a problem. You just connect with Expedia. They're already doing it. You now just going to have to pay the TAT and the GET. So the state's going to get the money, and the counties, you're just going to get an increase in illegal vacation rentals. That's what this does. Hey, Tina, Mark, thank you guys. Legislature likes to gut and replace. Absolutely. Wallace, thank you for joining us. Wow is right, Robert. Wow. Wow. How many wows out there? Wow. Dennis, Arnold, Angela, Lisa, Ikeda, aloha, you guys. I read somewhere that Marriott is going into Airbnb. Man, I think I'm going into Airbnb. I'll just go represent all the illegal vacation rentals, and as long as I collect their tax and pay the state, I'm in. It's a bunch of crap. Royland, Kelsey, aloha, Kelsey, aloha. So I guess you see my frustration. We've been trying for many years to clamp down. The council doesn't have the authority to enforce. We only have the authority to legislate. And we tried, and our planning departments in the past have never gone out and actually went after them. I went after a couple, but not to the point where it made an impact. And the amount of money the Airbnb people make, the citation is nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely. These guys ain't going to flinch to pay the GE tax. They're going to pass it on to the customer. This is not going to impact the industry, trust me. It's going to impact the counties that these damn operations are in, the illegal ones. I'm talking about the illegal ones. Shanita. Leighton, aloha, aloha, aloha. I have a one-bedroom studio above my garage. I should Airbnb it. Absolutely. $3,000 a month, baby. Go for it. I mean, a night. Especially with having you on the bottom floor, that's $4,000 a night, man. That's what's going to happen. You see, everybody right now, the good-natured people are so concerned about getting busted. But this is actually going to give them a loophole, in my opinion. So anyway, welcome to the state of Hawaii. This is how we do business here. Kayla Princess Perez. Aloha, aloha. You guys, awesome. You guys all get A for attendance. You guys all came back. You guys are here every week. I love it. I love it. Hey, Belinda. All right. One more thing that's touching a nerve is the KA Beach parking. I don't know if you read this. So it came out as the state made a press release saying that they're going to have 100 stalls now, only 100. 70 will go to visitors, and 30, well, they got to get permits. They got to go pay for a permit. Hey, Julia and Marlene, 30 of those stalls going to be for the Hawaii residents. First come, first serve. How's that? Lucky you live Hawaii. So you're a local resident, and you drive from Kikaha with the family out to KA, and this is after the road opens. We heard that they're delaying the opening of the road. So I'm talking about this is what they're planned. So you load up your family, you drive out there, 30 stalls taken from other local families. Sorry. And maybe 10 of those stalls are from people from other islands that have a rental card. Not a problem because Hawaii residents get to use up that 30. How can the state tell you as a Kauai resident, sorry, the park is closed. You got to go park somewhere else and catch the shuttle, pay for a shuttle. Now, I'm going to ask this question. I want to see, because maybe I'm off base. Hey, Raleigh, how's it going? How many of you think that is ass backwards? Just put a 1 in the box. If you think that is ass backwards, put a 1 in the box. If you think they are, anyway, just do that. If you think that 30 stalls for Kauai or Hawaii residents and 70 stalls for the visitors is ass backwards, punch a 1. The shitty deal is that the $43 million will be used for stupid rail instead of education. I don't even talk about the damn rail, Robert. But you know what? That's the scary part. Hey, Cynthia Edgerlin, how are you? Love you, girl. That I don't know what's going on. I guess that's the best way to put it. And so you did again. The local people get screwed. The local people. Marianne, aloha. How you doing? Aloha. Long time no see. The local people get screwed. I mean, that's our beach. That's our park. That's ours, man. And yet, you're going to only allow 30 Hawaii residents to park there at any given time, and you're going to let 70 tourists. Who the hell you serve, man? You notice not one of those guys are on this Facebook Live, and they know it happens every week, trust me, because they come on afterwards and watch. They won't come on live. They will never come on live. Because I'd love for them to answer that question. What are they thinking? Who are they representing? Us? Or the tourists, the visitors, the people that are creating the impacts to our island. Big ass backward. Yeah, they should put meters on the 70. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that's what we got to deal with now here in Kauai. Yeah, you better. I don't know if you're on the west side. If you live like me, where I live, it's still a good close to an hour drive out there, 45 minutes to get out to K. And sorry, what that does. That and what. I mean that 30 stall is going to be for you could have 10 vacant stalls on the tourist side, but sorry, because some tourists might have a reservation. They may have paid their money. So I guess the solution is I dare you to shave your head. I don't know what that was in response to, but anyway. So what's gonna if you really want to be out there, you may as well go and act like a tourist and go pay for the visitor pass or the visitor permit or visitor reservation, and then you can go get a parking stall. I don't know how these people make the decisions. Hey, Richard and Terry, I'm not sure how they make these decisions. A big part of it, I think, is like the legislature. We have a sunshine law. Like in the counties, we got to abide by a sunshine law, which means we can't. All our meetings got to be in public. Legislature, they're exempt from that law, so they can meet behind closed doors. They can schedule meetings for tomorrow. So I think the public involvement and the public interaction is so little that most people don't know what's going on. So when election time comes around, they're only hearing the speeches and the parties and all of the nice stuff, looking at nice brochures, and they haven't really followed these people all year long. Unlike the council, where you're on TV every week, or you get the coverage and people in the small community talk about what each council member did. But at the state, man, you run silent, you run deep, and no one knows. And that's why people get elected over and over and over. And this is terrible. I mean, if a council member did something like this at the local level, he would not get reelected. He would not get or she would not get reelected. All visitors should be required to take the shot. Absolutely, Larry. Bingo. I was just about to get to that. Bingo. You let the tourists catch the shuttle. You let the tourists park in the designated lot and pay the money to come in to go see the park. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate that. That was gonna be my end comment on this section, but you're the man. You're the man. And the transient people who live here get local parking too. Yes, everybody that can say they live in Hawaii. So anyway, hey, Lena Allah. So that's the deal. Okay, so let's get to actually a very positive thing, which happened today at the county council. I don't make it a habit to watch, but I did watch today because they were going to discuss and debate and vote on 4 audits that were going to be done by an external auditing agency that this council wants to initiate going forward immediately. Hey, Randy. And the 4 audits were one of the fire department spiking, because I think the way, people's retirements are based on their salaries, and it includes their overtime. So a common technique that happens throughout the state is where, and it's not just the fire department, it's all departments, but what they do is because your retirement is based on the average of your highest 3 years salary. So you take your highest 3 years, average it out, and that's how they base your retirement on. So a common practice is to spike your overtime in your last 3 years. And Councilmember Kagawa today put up a pretty graphic example of a bunch of employees that, their last 3 years overtime alone, beyond their base pay, was $60,000, $70,000, and prior to that last 3 years, it was $9,000 or $10,000. So it's pretty obvious what's going on, and it's impacting our retirement benefits and our pension funds. Hey, Paul, thank you for joining us. So anyway, the council wants an auditor or an accounting agency to go in and take a look at how many actually did that and what was the impact to the county, and how can we prevent that from. No, it's a management issue, right? I mean, your managers, your management, the chiefs and the deputies and the assistants and everybody else got to make sure that overtime is only allowed when it's necessary. So, but anyway, it'll be nice to see what the numbers are and what the impact was. Now, the the second audit they want to do is a FEMA funding on the disaster repairs on the flooding. You know, a big concern, hey Glenn, a big concern is we don't do the paperwork or the procurements in a proper manner, and we apply for FEMA reimbursements. After the hurricane, Iniki, we found out, you know, many of our expenditures got deobligated. I mean, we had to pay the money back to the feds. So the council is interested in making sure that we're doing the procurements right. We're making sure that we're getting the necessary bids, making sure that the bids aren't ridiculously high. So that's an audit that I believe needs to be done immediately, and I appreciate the council for doing this. They're going to do an audit on Public Works, the Solid Waste Division. Likewise, the management area, the management of the department, the overtime, the expenses. So that's going to be coming up. Also an audit on the GET funds, making sure that this county is capable. I've always said that this county, in my experience, our Public Works Roads Division, in my experience, 14 years of experience, weren't able to handle $25 million a year. They couldn't spend what we gave them. As you can see, how many roads have you seen paved in the last 5 years? Absolutely. So I don't think they have the capacity. But anyway, that's what this audit is going to determine. They, you know, I think there'll be another "I told you so" moments coming from these lips after these audits. But hey, Harvette and Cindy. So those are the 4 audits at the council. Now, I would be honest with you, it was very refreshing. This was done after collaboration with the mayor and his administration, and these 4 audits were agreed to agreed to by the mayor. In fact, the mayor testified today, and he said that he had hoped that the spiking audit would cover all the departments, which I agree with him. It should be. But the council felt that, you know what, they're just going to go with the fire department for now and see where that goes. But it was refreshing to see the mayor come up and testify today at the council meeting. Full cooperation, very receptive on the audits, which is great. I was very happy to see that. And even more so, promised committed to the council that there was going to be full cooperation. He's directed his department heads to fully cooperate with the auditors when they come. Remember, when auditors come, they shadow you, they ask you for documents, they ask you what you're doing. So he's directed them to fully cooperate or face disciplinary action. So hats off to Mayor Kawakami, hats off to the county council. This is a very happy day. I mean, we've tried many years for audits, and every time I've proposed an audit, the administration would have come and said, hey, you know what, let us do it internally. Whatever the case was, these 4 audits need to get done. It was approved unanimously today. Kipukai was not present today. Condolences out to Kipukai's family. The mom passed away yesterday. A beautiful lady. She reminded me so much of my mom. And so Kipukai was not at the meeting today. And again, our prayers and love and condolences out to the Kuali'i family, Cavallo family. What an angel. And our Councilmember Bruno is absent or excused as well today. So there was 5 votes. Hey, Julie, Sherry Ann, Marlene, and Bethany. So that passed today, and I'm excited because now that's the first part. Now we got to make sure that they're going to be using funding from this fiscal year. So I'm excited because it needs to get done, and I think what happens when these audit results comes out, and the administration will have an opportunity to review the recommendations and make it better. I have no doubt that it'll be done. So I'm kind of excited, and I'm very stoked. Hey, Pat, Parnell, and Savannah. It was a great day in that respect at the county level. I'm very excited. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, County Council. All right. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling, everybody? Hey, Debbie. Aloha. I think this would be a good place to interject this. Let's see. I know, and Chantel is on here, but I did want to make a little. It's not so much a plug because this is a need that our rally needs right now. Make sure your friends and relatives are registered to vote. Then make sure they vote. Absolutely, that's critical. I mean, that's critical. and we need to do that every single election. Hey, Greg. All right. So anyway, Hawaii Behavioral Health um, is an organization that does many things, but one of the things that I really wanted to focus on in a short time is their transitional family home program. The transitional family homes basically is voluntary homes that take in kids that have issues. Yeah, they could have behavioral issues, providing these kids a positive environment. And the youth will receive a lot of support services. Um, and Hawaii Behavioral Health is the facilitator of this program. And I was going to read this because I think it's so cool. Hawaii Behavioral Health embraces the philosophy of e hanai I na keiki, because you remember what that means is to lovingly nurture a child emotionally, intellectually, physically, and spiritually. Remember, in old days we had the hanai system, and that's what this is. Yeah, families would hanai the family members, children that they couldn't take care of, and this kind of an extension for that. And a hanai child is any child who is intentionally and lovingly cared for and nurtured as their own by extended family. That we know that's the hanai. So this program, hey Joe, aloha Joe. This program basically puts families, temporary foster homes, make them available for these kids. And the reason I bring it up is because right now there's a waiting list on Kauai. Hey Cheryl, I don't know where you're at. Are you in Europe or back home, or welcome home if you're home? Ooh, Joe Suki, man, long time no see, from one Portuguese to the other. My old friend Joe Suki, boy. Speaker Joe. But anyway, what this does is it provides an opportunity for any one of these families, these temporary housing, temporary homes, to take in these foster children to keep them on Kauai. Because what's happening is if we cannot find the foster home, these temporary homes for these children, they get shipped to Honolulu, and even worse, sometimes to the mainland. So I come out to plead with any of you, or if you know someone, or if you yourself are interested, Hawaii Behavioral Health Program. Please, I'm going to give you guys the number real soon. But I think it's critical, and again, it all comes back to the kids, right? We have an opportunity to help in this crisis. Hey, Lemomi and Pule, the Pule Ohana. So, what do the families get provided? What they get? I'm going to read it because I don't want to misspeak. Opportunity to make a monthly stipend of up to $1,800 a month. That's an enrichment allowance to help each child explore their interests, biweekly group and individual consultations, ongoing communication and support for smooth transitions, pre-acceptance interview with youth being considered. Make sure that they pair them properly. So you're getting a child that you can, that basically are compatible with the homes, and assigned therapist and other clinical staff to assist with problem solving, free 24 hours of pre-service training, extensive training, and 24/7 on-call support. And of course, respite care. There's only 2 therapeutic foster homes on the island right now, and there are children on the waiting list with no homes to go to. So Chantel is one of them. She's on the call or on this session today. Thank you very much. If you're interested in becoming a transitional, what is? Sorry guys, I just studying my notes today. Hold on. Transitional family home. Sorry, so much acronyms. If you're interested, if you want to get more information, call Mary at 246-9102, 246-9102, or you can visit hibh.org, hibh.org, because they get some info. Like there's Chantel. We are so short on families. There are only 2 transitional family homes on Kauai. Yes, thank you, Chantel, and I know she's one of them. So this all is a request of Chantel. I looked into the program. Definitely, kids on waiting lists. Yeah, that's again, when we look at the way we think at the state level, and the issues that we have going on involving our kids, our kupuna, and I don't know, and here we are begging for volunteers to come up and, like I said, there is a stipend, but it's a responsibility. It's a major responsibility, but I know there are people out there that can handle the challenge. They can, and I guess the bottom line is they can really use your help. Kauai can use your help. Our kids do best if they stay at home and not go to Honolulu or, like, God forbid, to the mainland. So if you know of anyone, again, Mary 246-9102. Hang on here. I'm going to use my thing here. Mary 246-9102. Boom. Or hibh.org. Boom. Does that work? That's the website. So thanks Chantel for sharing that with me, and that goes for anybody. If you guys know anyone that has something to put out there, we have millions of people watch this show. We got a lot of people. It's after we end the post, when the thing is over, that's when everybody jumps on, because they don't want no one to see who's on, so they come on after the fact. But you'd be surprised how many people watch this weekly show. And don't forget, we moved the video over to our YouTube channel, Mel Rapozo. Feel free to go there, subscribe, and whenever we upload videos, you get notified. So it's a good deal. So I ask everyone, hey, send me what you guys want to talk about. I did get some in today, actually, questions about the LA pedestrian bridge. That truck hit it a while back. I thought they fixed that thing already. Apparently they haven't. So the question is, who's responsible to fix it? I think obviously the first person would be the guy that hit it. And after that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I think I looked into this a while back, and I don't think they could no one was taking ownership. So, but I definitely will follow up. I thought it had been repaired, and I guess it hasn't. So we'll definitely put that on for next week, and I'll try to get some answers as far as that LA pedestrian bridge. I really thought that was done already. Road paving, Kilia, Kalapaki Beach, Kaapuni Road. One of the things that I get asked about all the time is the roads, and we don't know where. I don't know what the schedule is. There's a approved list of roads that are going to be paved in the next fiscal year. That influx of GET money is coming in, so I would anticipate the council probably getting the administration to come in at some point to give an update. I will follow up. I know that Kaapuni was supposedly on the list. I thought they were working on that this fiscal year. I could be wrong. But we'll find out. I will definitely follow up, and next week we'll hopefully get some answers. And this one was really interesting, and I didn't hear about this either. And I'll find out tomorrow. I'll call KIUC. But KIUC this is what was said. KIUC is turning off their solar at random times throughout the day for about an hour apiece, because of a basically solar energy overload. We got too much solar coming into the system. Hey, Adam, Paul. Yes, that's only for county roads, Larry. The only state highways, Kuhio, Kamuli, Kuamo is state. So there's a couple of roads, but the state really only has the major highways. The rest is county. So, but yeah, so I'll be checking on the county roads, not the state. Yeah, so KIUC turning off the solar, flipping the switch, going back to grid because of the overload. So, I was hoping Beth would come on, Beth Tokioka. Maybe she came on, and I didn't see her come on, but she's usually on. And if Beth is on, if she could chime in, I would love that. But I'll definitely be following up with her to find out what's going on. I've not heard about that. I can understand it, because I know we have a remarkable amount of solar projects on this island that's pumping power into the grid. And I could understand that KIUC would have to shut off the power, the solar power, and go back to the grid. So I'll find out about that, and and we'll see what they're doing. But I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised. Hang on, I gotta take a Diet Mountain Dew. Okay, do you know if the bathrooms at Salt Pond is fixed yet? I read it. I just read that it's all fixed. I was hoping, in fact, Cindy, I know you had asked me this a while back. Does anybody know? I just read somewhere, I can't remember where I read it, but that the county came up and said they finished all the projects 2 months ahead of schedule. So congratulations. I haven't gone down there. So if anyone knows, hey Matt, if anyone knows if the Salt Pond bathrooms are repaired, please punch it in on your message box so we can, we will follow up on that as well. Illegal vacation rental tax is a fiasco. Pretty soon, no more locals on Kauai. Yeah, Adam, unfortunately, I think you're right. Slowly by slowly, they're eradicating the local families from Hawaii. How do you feel about the Rice Street construction project? Well, the last vote on the county council for the Tiger grant, I didn't support. I was a 6-1 vote. I pissed off a lot of people. I just could not see that project being positive for the people of Kauai. I could not see the benefit of taking a 4-lane road and bringing it down to 2 lanes. I couldn't see spending at least $17 million. It's a $15 million grant with a $2 million county match, but that's based on the numbers a few years ago. It's going to be like the bike path. It's going to be like the rail. You see, when we go out to bid, you get a number, but by the time you go to construction, it's way after you applied for the grant, years after you applied for the grant. So I envision this project costing more than $17 million. I think the county taxpayer is going to be footing the bill. I am not happy with that project. I don't think that the beautification of Rice Street or the revitalization of Rice Street is of more of a priority than, let's say, the Waimea levies, or let's say affordable housing and homelessness. I think that the administration should have focused their time and energy on seeking grants and revenues to focus on the issues that are most necessary for this island. That's a huge differentiation between the current administration and myself. So yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I had, and I know people are going to be pissed when they hear this, but if I had gotten elected, we would have sent that money back. I know a lot of money has been spent already, but the fact that you spent bad money already isn't justification to move forward with bad money. You don't throw good money after a bad project. So, that was my position, and I made it very clear. And does the grant money pay for the county labor? It's complete. It pays for whatever they charge to that project is paid by the grant. But my point is this, Larry, is at the end of the day, the county tax, just like what's happening with rail on a smaller scale. But it happened with the bike path. When the bike path started, we're going to use the donation of the land from that rich guy. We're going to, the county, the feds are going to take that as an in-kind donation so we can get federal money. But we're still paying for the bike path. And we're going to continue to pay way beyond what they told us it would cost. And I'm not saying it's a bad project. I'm just saying, when you look at the priorities that we're facing today, when you look at the homelessness issue, when you look at the housing issue, when you look at traffic and congestion issues, I just don't think that the Tiger Grant, the Rice Street project, ranks anywhere near that in necessity. I just don't. I don't see a bunch of businesses running through Rice Street because we cut the lanes from 4 to 2, and we made bikeways and pedestrian ways, and we put medians with nice plants and trees. I don't see businesses flocking to Rice Street. I think the businesses on Rice Street are going to benefit to some extent because I think the property values go up. But for businesses, there's no supermarket in Lihue. Where are you going to walk? You got the county building, you got some banks, you got a post office, a bowling alley. that's not a true walking town where you have the streets lined with restaurants and businesses like in it killed me when the newspaper article said that Lyle said, oh yeah, Mike the Hooligan and Lyle went to San Diego and they saw how wonderful it worked. They figured they're gonna make Rice Street look like San Diego. Well, this ain't San Diego, and we're not San Diegoans. Some of us may like the San Diego Chargers, but it doesn't make us a San Diegoan. We're a Kauaian. We're Kauaians, and we have a different way to do what we do. And I think that is where we lose sight. And when we start going outside and looking for things and trying to retrofit our style of living with something that is in San Diego or Oregon or wherever the hell you may be. Hey, Fred and Tony, thank you for joining us. Bruce, Darren, a lot of you came on. Sorry, and Matt, sorry about that. Yeah, Brian, you're right. Change order is going to kill us. Again, I mean, it's just the way it's going to be. Again, worries about the transients to walk their dogs. I think we should be focusing. I think, and when I was watching a presentation in a council meeting today about the levee situation, Waimihana Pepe, the county was informed back over 10 years ago that we didn't meet the standard, that the wall was too low. But I think we used our resources, we focused. We spent a lot of money and time on a Tiger grant. We should have focused and spent our time on the levees and let some other county get the Tiger grant. Now, don't get me wrong. I think federal money is a great thing. But I don't think we should go after federal money, use county resources, county time, and county money on projects that aren't important and necessary. Let's see. Goons going to be more difficult to get to Rob's. Traffic is a problem. Let's just bottleneck traffic going. Rice Street is going to be a mess. I don't know if you went on Rice Street yesterday, but I did, and they coned off one lane. It was a mess, and it's going to be worse. And just be patient, people, because that's going to be a while. Planning Commission doesn't plan. Legislators don't prioritize. Never see bikes in Leeway. Yeah, very little bikes, very little pedestrians walking up and down. But I gotta remember now, the focus and the vision was that, the old saying, what's that baseball movie? The Dream, I forget. Where they say, build it and it will come. If you build it, it will come. I just don't think that'll happen. I'm not negative. I'm a realist. And I talk to business owners, they will not come to Rice Street. The mega center has moved over to Coot Grove and where Safeway is at, or they have moved. They're not in Lihue. They're just not. Drive up and down Lihue on Cohio. All the vacant offices. There ain't nobody coming around. And like I said, cosmetic changes ain't gonna make it different. It's just the traffic on Rice is gonna be so bad. Because they say it's gonna go from 4 to 3. The newspaper said 4. Lyle said 4 lanes to 3 lanes. Technically, he's right, but no, it's 2 lanes with 1 turn lane. So it's 2 lanes. And only if you're turning, you're going to get into that middle lane. Otherwise, it's not you cannot use that to drive through. So it's 4 lanes to 2 lanes. Nina, Denise, Summer, Roger, hey, Carlos. This is not the mainland. Thank you. Field of Dreams. Thanks, Dustin. That's what I was thinking about. So anyway, that's my position. Faith asking me about Rice Street. That's my position on Rice Street. I think that was a mistake. I think it's going to cost a lot more, and I don't think we're going to see the results that they claim to. I just don't. Only the stolen bikes piled up behind the walkway. Oh my gosh, Carol, I saw that picture. Apparently, somebody's been storing stolen bikes along the walk path, pedestrian path, the walkway up off of Kauai Road. I from what I saw and what the person said was like 50 bikes. And I know I've seen a lot of stolen bikes on Facebook. If you see my bike, somebody stole my bike out of my garage, and wow, it's all there under the walkway. I cannot believe that no one else saw that until now. But terrible. Field of Dreams, yeah. Okay, put 1 rail system on Rice Street. Oh yeah. Anyway, we're not building no damn rail. Appreciate the laugh, the joke. But affordable housing is a crisis right now. Homelessness is a crisis right now. So what the administration, county and state, needs to get all their people together and put all of the projects that are not critical on the side. I think the people are going to appreciate that. I think the people are willing to wait for these amenities to be built because we need to get these issues handled: the homelessness, the traffic, the affordable housing. And I think if we put all our brains together, I think the solutions are there. It's just that when you got so many, the plate is so full with all of these projects. We know we got to fix the levees. Now that's something that we're going to have to do. And that's going to come with a huge price tag, millions of dollars. So I think for now, I always use the analogy. While I was on the council, I always used the analogy. If you had an opportunity to build a swimming pool in your yard, but you would be responsible for the maintenance. And even if that swimming pool came at an 80% discount, let's say you had an 80% discount, so you only had to pay 20%, but you had to pay the maintenance. And let's say that at the same time that this offer came up, your roof needed to be repaired because your roof was leaking. And you had to make a choice. As a responsible homeowner, as a responsible family man or member, you got to make a choice. Well, my choice would be the roof any day of the week. The swimming pool would have to wait. And I think that is the problem. I think a lot of administrations want to do a lot of good things, and that's a good thing to do. But our focus and our responsibility should be the necessities of life, and that is taking care of our people. So anyway, why don't they rope it and block it off and see how it works? Well, they blocked it. They coned it yesterday, and I don't know if you went on Rice Street, like I said, but it was pretty messy, and then it's going to get worse. So anyway, any more thoughts before we wrap this bad boy up? It's 6:27. Again, I want to wish everybody a happy May Day, and hope you guys have a great week. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, at 5:30 to 6:30, as we always do. And don't forget my YouTube channel, Mel Rapozo channel. And don't forget to subscribe, so every time we put up a new video, you get to get notified. So appreciate you guys again. Love you guys all. Have a great, safe week. We'll see you guys next week, Wednesday, right here, same place, same time. Until then, ahui ho. God bless. Take care. Aloha.